the other ones.
You need a tee, don't you?
These have got disappearing. There's one over here.
What are these? These must be a Mr. Robinson special. 4-inch angled tees. He gets some weird stuff sent to him. Contact ball before tee. I'll put a close-up of these in that he's had sent. There's some tees that are 45 degrees.
I'll try one of them.
We'll try one. Good afternoon everyone, I'm Gary Martin and today I'm joined by Dan and we're going to be testing something crazy here. We didn't think we'd be doing this video tonight, did we?
No, we've just been filming stuff about shafts and drivers and we just found these in a bag with no idea where they've come from.
We've found these Drive 45 tees. Now I'm not sure if they're being sent to James or if it's something, you know, that one of the members have dropped in. But we thought when we saw them, we were having a bit of a laugh about them, weren't we? Saying, well, these surely can't make you hit the ball any further. I don't know if you've seen these guys, but the tees that are designed to be teed up and at 45 degrees, so you don't actually make contact with a tee, you hit the ball and then the tee. And we popped one on a tee and we've kind of addressed it, and for some reason, I don't know about you, but it makes you feel like you can actually hit through the ball better than a standard tee. So what we wanted to do, we wanted to actually hit a few balls with standard tees and then hit some balls with the Drive 45 to see if it actually helps hit the ball any further. But I think it reminds me of something that Brian Roberts once told me, and he, you know, got me set up in a posture that made me feel like I could hit the ball harder. Well, these tees surely can't make you hit the ball any further because they're just a piece of plastic, but the way it actually sits on the tee, it makes me feel that I can actually hit harder into the ball and swing through it. So that's why we're going to do this video.
Yeah, it looks interesting to see if it actually does go any further like it claims it does, but it just, like you say, when you set up to it, it just feels like you can just swing through it rather than just go at it. It just feels more comfortable.
So let's do it. We'll hit a few balls with standard tees, we'll get some distances, and then we'll compare it with this. And you know, this could be, it's either going to be groundbreaking or it's going to be a flop, but we're going to find out tonight, aren't we?
We're going to find out.
So the way this is going to work is I'm going to hit 2 balls and then Dan's going to hit 2 balls. So when we come to look at the data at the end, my 2 balls will be at the top, 1 and 2, and yours will be at the bottom, 3 and 4. And we're going to hit 2 balls each with the standard tee, which is 2 3/4, or it might be 2 1/4. I'm not sure, but it's the pink tee, that the common castle tee that a lot of people use for driving. And then we're going to hit 2 balls each with the 45 degree tees. Okay. Guys, you can come in, but just be quiet. We've just got to finish this filming. Just be a couple of minutes, all right? Right, so I'm going to hit my 2 shots first. Get past that one, Dan. You like that?
No chance.
So 253, you know, not bad inside conditions. 14 launch, perfect launch, club speed 101. Oh, that one not so well. Big pull left, 259. Again, similar club head speed and similar launch, you know, just didn't hit it quite so well. So Dan's going to hit 2 shots now, and then we've got a benchmark, and we're going to see if this 45 degree tee will make us hit any further.
Pulled it as well, like you did.
Pulled it a little bit, yeah. 201, 91. Consistent. His clubs, we've just done a video actually, haven't we, on different shafts. And you were swinging around about 91, you know, in the video, so you are swinging properly. It's just you've pulled it a bit. That were a great hit. Well done. Good shot. And I must say, on this launch monitor, it's not the best launch monitor in the world, and sometimes when you do get one missing a little bit left or right, it don't project a great image, does it? And that's something we're going to try and improve in the future, is upgrading our launch monitor. But for the results, for the actual results and the data, it's very, very good, and it's quite accurate. So we're now going to try the 45-degree T, and I think the first test is going to be actually getting it in the ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
We had a little bit of a problem when we tried this earlier, and that's just because we're inside, we're in a mat. Maybe something at a driving range that's a little bit trickier than actually on the turf. Well, that's gone in all right. So like I said at the beginning, obviously it's a piece of plastic. It's not physically, it can't help you hit the ball any further, can it? But it does. When you sit here, and I'll put an angle in, I'll show you this one, guys. It makes you feel that you can hit it harder, and I think that's the key. If you feel like you can create a bit more power, then it can happen. So let's see. I just really want to give this a good wallop. Do you know, just because of how it's sat, do you know what I mean? It does make me feel like I want to hit it harder. That's better.
275.
Wow, look at that. And look at the increase in speed. And I have tried to hit that harder. You know, this is not just for the video. I have tried to hit it harder because the ball is there and it just wants to be hit, doesn't it? And on how it's sat on the tee, I can't explain it. Well, I am explaining it, but you might think I'm crazy. But I'll show you. When you've seen this angle, you'll know what I mean. And it's not me, this. I'm not one for doing sort of, you know, videos like this. I'm a bit traditional. I'd usually just use a wooden tee. You know, I don't know if I'll be using these tees. I mean, they look a bit different, but I suppose if it increases my distance like that, maybe I will. So again, the speed's gone up.
Where's the tee gone? It's gone flying for there.
The speed's gone up. I think the question is maybe I don't need my speed to go up. Maybe I'm the wrong person for this tee because it's probably making me feel a little bit out of control.
Yeah.
But maybe if you're a senior golfer or somebody with a bit slower club head speed and you need something to encourage you to hit it harder, maybe this is could help. Let's have a look what it does for Dan. Because Dan, I think you've got potential to hit the ball a bit harder.
Yeah.
I'll try and get that tee in for you. Tell me what you feel when you stood over the ball with that tee. And this is not a sponsored video. We've literally just found these tees. I'll even tag the video where we actually found the tees when we was, you know, partway through a video earlier.
It looks weird. It looks like I'm about to sky it because there's like nothing underneath it. It just looks odd.
Well, that's a negative from Dan, so at least we've got a positive and a negative.
It does look like it wants to be hit though.
You said you were going to sky it. Do you think that they were just too high then?
It just looked too high.
Well, why don't you tee it up yourself? We'll let you have 2 extra shots. We'll let you have another couple of shots. And make sure you're comfortable with the height, because I don't think that was the tee so much. I think that was just the angle that it were at. It weren't sat low enough for you. So you can obviously put this, you could put this tee in to suit how high you want it. You just need to angle it down a fraction. It looks crazy, weird. This.
Still a bit high, that.
So just angle it a little bit flatter. That's it. Because the purpose of this is it's to present or show you the back of the ball. So you've got to, you try and hit through the ball more. And I actually get...
That's a bit better.
I get the theory behind it.
Bit low.
Want to hit another one?
Yeah, I'll have another go.
One more?
Club speed was a bit faster than usual.
It is, isn't it? What did you swing, about 90 before?
Yeah, about 90, 91.
So 5 miles per hour. And I suppose in relation to, you know, your age, 13, and your size, an extra 5 miles per hour gain is good from a piece of plastic.
Real challenge is sticking it in the ground.
I'll tell you what we will do as well. We'll give these tees away as well, guys. So get in the comments. If you need these tees in your life, then get in the comments and I'll pick a winner. And I'll announce it in my next video. So make sure you're watching the next video, and we'll get these posted out to the winner.
Right. Bit slower then.
And what did you feel like over the ball? Did you feel like you were swinging it normal or faster, or?
I tried to swing it a little bit faster. I just wanted to try and go at it. I mean, I've snapped the tee in half, but.
But why did you want to go at it?
Well, I just.
There's no right and wrong answer here, Dan.
I just wanted to just hit it harder, just see if it made any difference. Because when I tried hitting it harder off a normal tee, it didn't really make much difference. I just thought maybe, you know, adding a couple of 5 mile an hour on the last one. That's the club head there's only gone 89, so it's not made much really difference, really.
And that's great. So, in your opinion, in a conclusion, do you think that would help you hit the ball any further?
No, not really.
No.
It's just out of this world for me, really. I've been using them pink tees since I first started.
So Dan doesn't think it'd make him hit any further. I particularly, you know, it's good to have split opinions. I personally think, for me, it would make me hit it further. Yeah. And that's just because how I feel. And I guess the guys who designed these tees obviously didn't design them for no reason. No. And, you know, guys, if you're watching, the guys who made these tees will try and find out who you are and tag you in it. You know, what is the theory behind it? Is it the fact that you feel that when that's sat on a tee, it looks more, you know, appetising to hit harder? Because that's the feeling I get. And, you know, I can only tell you how I feel about it. Guys, we've got Simon here, who's actually, he's got his grandson here, and they've just come for a lesson early. They're just been in the background watching, and Simon's just made an interesting point. He's made an interesting observation that I didn't pick up on.
So what I've seen is when the balls, these 45-degree tees, the ball's suspended in mid-air. It's unusual. And when I first saw Gary hitting, he was really wanting to hit it, but there was a slight lack of control because he's got so much power anyway. The power issue was, and the slight percent, there was a difference, 20-yard difference in carry. But with Dan, the first time he took it, he didn't look comfortable at first, and then he got himself lined up, and the ball felt a bit uncomfortable, as he said. But what I saw was a concentration to hit the ball because he didn't feel comfortable, but he focused so hard on hitting the ball, and his swing was so good that actually hit the ball as clean, and it went, and the club head speed was 5 miles an hour is a lot. Yeah. And then when the ball was lower, I thought actually it was too low, and actually the projection was quite low as well. Yeah. And you were more relaxed. So it creates a dynamic, a tension that you've got to decide whether you want. Yeah. And I think it for you know, to try. Yeah. I think it's a great thing to try because it makes you really focus on the ball because it looks odd. Yeah. Golf is so traditional. You stand, the ball's there, you hit the tee, and nothing changes. But they're giving you something different to think about.
Do you know what? That is an absolutely fantastic point. I'm glad you were there to watch that because you've made a great point. Because it looks so odd on a tee, you do focus on it more. Yeah. Because it's almost like you're not scared of it falling off, but you can't take your eyes off it because it looks so out of the ordinary.
When you stand up to the ball, you go through your routines, and the ball's not the way the ball sits doesn't matter. But now, you're doing the most important thing in golf is actually getting the club head to hit the ball obviously as square as you can. Yeah. So it's making you put a real dynamic on the ball, the back of the ball, as well, not the top of the ball, the back of the ball, because you can see the back of the ball better.
So this tee, in our opinion, could be for two kinds of people: somebody that's trying to increase the club head speed, and somebody that purely just needs better hand-eye coordination, somebody that needs more focus on the ball. And we could all be guilty of that. We can all be guilty not sometimes concentrating on the ball. Now, that's our opinion. You know, it's obviously not a sponsored video. We've just basically tested it. But guys, we'll try and find these guys who designed these tees. We'd love to know, you know, what you think the tee's useful for. And we'll pin your comment if we find you, and obviously share it with our subscribers. But you know, I hope you've enjoyed that video. We will just drop in the data as well, just to show, you know, what actually happened. And yeah, we've enjoyed that, haven't we?
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Thanks a lot, Simon.
Pleasure.
So we're just looking at these results, guys. First of all, I hit 2 balls. We had 253 and 259. Dan hit a couple of balls as well. He had 201 and 201, so quite consistent with a standard tee. If we look at the 45-degree tee, my first drive, I remember pulling it a little bit. I didn't hit that very well at 246, but then after that, I had 275, 273, so there were an increase. And also an increase in club speed as well. You know, swinging at 110, 112. If we look at the other tee, you know, club speed 101, 106. So quite a big, you know, increase in speed. But as Simon said earlier, it's probably some speed that I don't actually need, and, you know, losing a little bit of control there. So Dan was swinging 91 and 85. He hit it 201, 201 with a 45-degree tee. He was swinging 90, 95 and 89. So I think probably what Simon said there is you were focusing more on actually trying to hit the ball. You were concentrating more on the ball. So that, what were your club speed in the first one?
I think it was about 90-ish.
90-ish. Just check that.
I think one were 85. That was the one that good. And then there was another.
Oh yeah, 85. So
about 87.
It's here and there. I think for you it were more a fact of, you know, trying to hit the ball, weren't it? Really focusing on the ball. Not much improvement, as you said, in distance, pretty much the same. So it had different effects for both of us. But, you know, two real reasons on why to test the team, maybe.
Yeah.
So I think to summarise, we could almost say that the results are inconclusive because, you know, we probably haven't done enough testing with that team, but we certainly think there's something in it, don't we?
Yeah. There's a like you say, it's a bit inconclusive. It's very different from all the other ones. They're not really sort of the same pattern.
I think it's a little bit inconclusive, but what we think is there could be a benefit to somebody that needs to concentrate more on a golf ball and somebody that needs more club head speed. And I think that's as much as we can really say on that one.
Yeah.
But, you know, we will give them tees away, guys, so get in the comments if you want to test them, and we'll find out what you've got to say about them.
Yeah.
So I hope you've enjoyed that one, guys, and we'll see you in a few days' time. Bye.
Right.